Hello everyone, welcome to the seated aerobics session. These exercises are aimed at improving your strength, coordination, flexibility and your cardiovascular fitness. These exercises will take approximately 30 minutes, starting with some warm-up and then moving on to seated aerobics, ending the session with a nice cool down. Starting warm up with looking up towards the ceiling and looking down towards the floor, and we're going to repeat this movement for a few reps. Look as up as possible and down and up and down and up again, looking down and up and down and up, down, up, looking down and up and down and up, down, up. Moving on to looking towards your right and left, right and left, right and left. So right and left. And keep doing this for a few more repetitions. And we are going to move on to the next one. Making little circles with your neck. So try and move your neck around in all possible directions. You're trying to move our neck in all directions possible. And repeat that, ensuring all our neck muscles are nice and warmed up as we begin the session. We're going to switch the direction and change it to the other side. If you were going clockwise, you can now go anti-clockwise. And if you were going anti-clockwise, you can now go clockwise. Moving on to shoulder circles, you draw little circles with both your shoulders together. So you try and take your shoulder from front to back, front to back, from front to back, front to back, and then you continue. So you try and take your shoulders from front to back and front to back, front to back. And then we switch the direction of our shoulder circles. We go back to front, back to front, back to front, back to front. We do a few reps of this. On to the next warm-up exercise. We are going to turn our wrist in circular motion, warming all those wrist muscles up. And then, so you try and move in all possible directions. Drawing circles with your wrist. So you try and move in all possible directions. Now we are going to do some leg warm-up and we are going to move on to Bringing our legs on our toes and then on heels, on toes, on heels, on toes, on heels, on toes, on heels, on toes, on heels. We're going to repeat this movement. On toes, on heels, on toes, on heels, on toes, on heels. To draw little circles with our ankle. So trying and moving the ankle in all possible directions. Drawing circles with both our ankles. Yeah. So that's the end of the warm-up. We are now going to move on to the main part of the seated aerobics session. Alright, so we are going to start with marching our feet. You try and keep your back as straight as possible and you march. Once you get into the rhythm, you add your hands to the marching. So make sure you keep your hands moving. This is going to test your coordination. You keep going. You're going to continue marching. Keep going. Make sure you're breathing while you're doing this exercise. As up as possible. Good. Move your arms. And keep going. You're going to do this for a few more seconds. Keep going, doing well. So we are going to continue marching. Just a few more seconds before we start and switch on to kicking our feet forward. And 3, 2, 1. Switch on to kick your feet forward. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep going. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep going. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Kick your feet forward. 1, 2, 1, 2. Once you're in the rhythm, I'm going to make it a bit more challenging for you. So you're now going to add your hand to it. So you get your hand forward when you're kicking your foot. Take your wrist out. Extend from your elbow. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. A few more repetitions and we are going to switch back to spot marching. In 3, 2, 1, switching to spot marching. Add your hands, swing your arms with your legs. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep going. Keep going. Lift your legs. Swing your arms along. We're now going to switch on to tapping our toes to the sides. In 3, 2, and 1. Left, right, left, right, left, back, right, back, 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 left, back, right, back. Once you're into the rhythm, we are going to add our elbows to it. So you stick your elbow out as you move your foot out, out, in, 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 out, in. This is going to be challenging for your coordination, but you need to try as much as possible. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out, and in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. We are going to move on to spot marching. 3, 2, and 1. Going to march. Make sure you keep your hands moving. You keep going. We're going to continue marching. Make sure you're breathing while you're doing this exercise. Good. Move your arms. Keep going, doing well. Now we are going to move on to reaching our arm across to the right and left, right and left, right and left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right and left, right and left. So you twist your trunk across, reaching your arm across to the other side of your upper body. Right and left, 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 right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right and left, right and left. So you twist your trunk across, reaching your arm across to the other side of your upper body. Right and left, right and left, right and left, right and left. You're going to continue right and left, right and left, right and left. We are moving on to spot marching in 3, 2, and 1. And march on spot. Swing your arms. Make sure you keep your hands moving. You keep going. You're going to continue marching. Make sure you're breathing while you're doing this exercise. Good. Move your arms. Keep going, doing well. So we continue and we are going to switch on to tapping our toes in front of us. In 3, 2, and 1. Front, back, 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 front, back. Once you get into the rhythm, you need to add your hands to it. So you're going to get your hands out and in, forward, forward, and bring it closer to you, forward, bring it closer to you, forward. So out and keep going. By now you will feel tired, but you need to push through it and continue doing as much as possible and keep that rhythm on. Keep breathing. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. We're moving on to spot marching in 3, 2, and 1. Make sure you keep your hands moving. You keep going. You're going to continue marching. Make sure you're breathing while you're doing this exercise. Good. Move your arms. Keep going, doing well. We're going to now switch on to something called as the windmill toe touch. And for that, you reach across to your toes on the opposite side. We're going to switch on to that in 3, 2, and 1. You reach across. So your right hand touching your left toes and your left hand touching your right toes. So you reach across. As you reach across, make sure you keep your balance. Your feet are nice on the floor. And you're just swinging your arms, moving your trunk across. You can also look towards the direction that you're turning your trunk. You can also look towards the direction that your trunk's turning towards. So you continue turning, twist your trunk across, look across, try and reach your arms. If you can't reach your arm to your toes, you can always reach to your knee. And try and go across. Or your shin. And look across. Make sure you're moving and breathing along with the movement. And we are going to move on to spot marching in 3, 2, 1. We're going to move on to spot marching. Swing your arms. Make sure you keep your hands moving. You keep going. We're going to continue marching. Make sure you're breathing while you're doing this exercise. Good. Move your arms. Keep going, doing well. We are going to now move on to something called as the V-step exercise. And we are going to start in 3, 2, and 1. So forward and out, back and in, back and in. 1, forward and out, 2, forward and out, back and in, 3, 4, back and in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Switching on to spot marching in 3, 2, and 1. Going to spot march, swinging your arms. Make sure you keep your hands moving. You keep going. You're going to continue marching. Make sure you're breathing while you're doing this exercise. Good. Move your arms. Keep going, doing well. We are now going to move on to some clapping. So we are going to try and lift our arm across, over our head, and try and clap. If you can't raise your arm above your head, you could take your arms forward and try and tap. If you can't reach forward and have some pain or for any reason, then you could just tap. So you could just tap your hands together like so. If you've got a very weak upper extremity, then you could just tap on with the stronger hand onto your weaker hand. And try and move, encourage this one to move a little bit over our head and try and clap. And try and clap. We are now going to move on to some spot marching in 3, 2, 1. Make sure you keep your hands moving. You keep going. You're going to continue marching. Make sure you're breathing while you're doing this exercise. Good. Move your arms. Keep going, doing well. And march as fast as possible. Lift your legs as high as possible. We are at the end of the session. In few seconds, we are going to stop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are going to stop. We are going to do some cool down before we end the session. And for cool down, we are going to do some stretches. Okay, to start the stretches, we are going to try and take one leg forward, point the toes towards you, lock your knee, and reach to your toes. So touch your fingers to your toes and bend forward. You will feel a strong stretch across your back and at the back of your leg. You hold this position for a few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You slowly let go and bring your leg back. Switching to the other side, you again try and take your leg as out as possible. Lock your knee Point your toes towards you or the ceiling. Touch your finger to your toes. Stretch your arm out. And try and hold that position there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And switching back nice and slowly, take your leg back. In these stretches, if you can't reach your toes, you can always touch your shin or tap your knee and just hold it there. Make sure you bend forward so you still feel a stretch and hold that position there. Make sure you're safe and you have your balance at all times during these stretches. Okay. Next is we're going to try and take both our feet out, point toes towards the ceiling, and we're going to reach forward, extend our arms and touch our fingers to our toes. Hold that position there. This is a really nice stretch to all your back muscles. And hold it. If you can't reach your toes, you can always touch your shin or your kneecap and try and keep that stretch there. So you're going to hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly and safely, you're going to come back, bend your knees back. We're going to now move on to the upper limb stretches, and we are going to go reach one arm across your chest, go behind the elbow, push with the other hand and feel that stretch. You will feel the stretch across the back of your arm when you push it. You hold that position there and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and relax. Switching on to the other hand, you reach it across to the other side, push back at your elbow joint and you will feel the stretch at the back of your arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and relax. We are now going to do a few of the neck stretches. For this, we are going to start with looking towards the ceiling or looking up as possible, keeping your back straight. So you're isolating your neck muscles to stretch. And look up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we are going to move on to looking down to the floor or look towards your toes. So you try and look as down as possible. Feel that stretch at the back of your neck. So you can feel the stretch at the back of your neck at this point. And you hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch back to looking up. We are now going to look towards our right. So you turn your neck as right as possible. Look across your shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And looking back. We're now going to switch to looking to your left. Look across your shoulder, so you get that stretch. You're going to feel this stretch at the side of your neck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And looking back, forward. Okay, we are now going to move on to 10 deep breaths. We are going to move our arms up, deep breathe in, and as we take our arms down, we're going to breathe out. We're going to do this again. Breathe in as you take your arms up, Breathe out as you take your arms down. Breathe in as you take your arms up. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in and purse your lips and breathe out. Breathe in as you take your arms up. Breathe out as you take your arms down. Breathe in as you take your arms up. Breathe out as you take your arms down. Breathe in as you take your arms up. Breathe out as you take your arms down. Breathe in as you take your arms up. Breathe out as you take your arms down. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in as you take your arms up. Breathe out as you take your arms down. Breathe in as you take your arms up. Breathe out as you take your arms down. Breathe in and breathe out. Thank you for joining the session. I hope you've enjoyed it. Take care.